What's going to keep you striking that hammer? It's not just willpower. You need deeper fuel. And today we're talking about hope and fears. So we're going to calibrate your personal modern man's drive compass, defining the three critical points: your vision, where you're heading, your potent anti-vision, and what you're building away from, and your brutally honest present stand, where you are now. And the Forge is a modern man's workshop. It's something a man creates once he steps into self-architecture. They get the chance to step into the forge of their own making when they create enough strong emotion to change. And to truly navigate out of the drift, to build a life with intention, you need an internal guidance system, what we call the modern man's drive compass. And this compass, brother, it has three distinct powerful poles. The North Star, your vision sketch, the pull. To start your journey in the forge, you need a pull, something that acts as your North Star to drive you forward every single fucking day. This pull isn't just some complex smart goal plan. It's a sense of where you're headed, something deeply personal to you and really a distant version of yourself you can feel if you truly applied yourself. And if you're struggling to think of one, always go back to who you wanted to be as a young boy. This is what I did. Your pull could be the man you're becoming, the positive future you're building. This is what you move towards, essentially, right? It's not a list of material possessions. The pull in your life works. It's magic because it gives you a direction and meaning to the daily grind. It becomes a self-creating excitement machine, and trust me, making you look forward to what could go right. Your perspective shapes your reality, and having this vision anchored in your compass allows you to shape your life intentionally. Now, ask yourself, if I consistently show up in the forge, what's one positive way I'd feel or be or achieved in a year from now? Remember, we have to understand what the sketch of your future you want looks like. Who are you becoming? How do you want to feel living in the world? And to give you a thought starter, go to the archetype vision examples. Materialism isn't the reason why you've joined this, brother. The more important question is, what kind of man do I have to become who earns wealth responsibly and lives with freedom? That's another prompt. It's not, I want a girlfriend. It's what kind of man attracts and sustains a healthy, connected relationship. In your architect's log, which is below, answer, if I consistently forge my best self, what's one key way I want to feel and operate in my daily life a year from now? And the second pole, the Southern Cross, your anti-vision, the push, right? Now we move on to one of the most critical components. To truly launch out of your current atmosphere, you need to identify and feel the pain of staying where you are, or the unacceptable future that awaits you if you don't change. This is your push motivation. It's important because what is it, first and foremost? And it's having a clear, visceral, something you can really touch, articulation of the negative consequences, the soul-crushing feelings, or the identity you are definitively, relentlessly moving away from. This is what I like to call your hell no scenario. And a short example of this is feeling like a powerless drifter, being a burden on others, living a life of regret and unfulfilled potential. The push in your life works because it creates urgency. It sets up a stark comparison of who you are now and who you absolutely do not want to fucking become, and who your vision sketch is, pulling you towards it, right? It's vital because the pain of staying the same must be greater than the temporary pain of change right now. The thing is, you have to be the one to paint a detailed enough picture of that man you'd become if you stay on this path. So detailed that it sits at the back of your eyelids, right? It's got to be ingrained there. When you're flaking, when motivation dips, that image is a fire at your back. It's something that you have to look forward at. Your back is against the wall, brother. It's against that shit. And frankly, you must know your hell nah scenario because life will knock you down as a fact. Not having this push could be the reason you never get back up. And here's a realization for you. Everything you're doing now, the results you're getting, will only be amplified in 5 years. Now, I ask you to ask yourself, if I don't commit to the forge, if I stay drifting, what's the most painful, unacceptable outcome or feeling I'll experience in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, right? Be brutally honest with yourself. And you can do this in your architect's log, which will be in the description below, free for you to download and fill out. So in your architect's log, answer, if I continue to drift, what is the most painful, unacceptable outcome or version of myself I will face in 1 year's time, 5 years' time, right? Just be real with yourself. Don't be afraid, because if you are, then you're going to see the same, get the same results, and live the same uncomfortable, potentially, if you have this perspective of it, shitty life, right? No one wants a shitty life, so do something about it. Collect your negative emotions, make them strong, focus on them, harness them, and do this exercise and create the change that you need to. The third pole is your current coordinates, the brutal audit / present stand. Where you are now, action point. This, brother, is the component most underutilized. This is where brutal honesty meets action, because the clarity you bring to seeing yourself right now directly determines your trajectory. Because who in the fuck truly knows themselves and can say this that well without dedicating time to practice brutal honesty or awareness of themselves? No one can. Facts. And trust me, it will be uncomfortable, and that's why no one does it. But having already set your pull and push gives you the energy and the reason to face your present stand if you have not already. And even then, if we're struggling, you have the brotherhood, the men who subscribe to this channel and the men in the community group that you can speak to. Because the thing is, we are here for you, right? That's a fact. The fire test audit is your first structured point of call to objectively assess your starting coordinates, right? So without honestly knowing where you are, your vision is a fucking fantasy, and your anti-vision is just fear. Your present stand makes everything real. It pieces everything together. It is the glue. Remember that brutal honesty audit where you looked at your energy, focus habits? Yes, that was you, the architect, surveying the terrain, honestly about your present in the absolute starting line for your build. And just to clarify, this is in your fire test, right? This is the whole document in the fire test. However, again, this is also in the description below. These are just free materials I'm going to give out to you, so fucking enjoy it. Take them up, fill them out, do your thing. Send me some pictures too of your accountability of what you've actually done. I'd love to know. I'm always here for it. Because again, I'm a part of the brotherhood. Yeah, I want to know. Your present standard, your current habits, energy levels, distractions, skills. Ground your vision and anti-vision in what is, right? The facts. Before the modern man's drive compass can be fully attuned, you need to know where to take your first steps and to fuel your courage anchor. There is no more randomly picking a good habit. Oh, this one looks good for me. I'm going to eat healthy for a little bit. I'm going to train for a little bit. There's fucking none of that. It's about focus, intent, and choosing ones that you can stick to for the rest of your life. That's how deep and how big we're thinking. Because really, this is about conscious movement. Your strike powered by all 3 points of your modern man's drive compass. It's an action that directly helps you take a small step every day towards your North Star. It's an action that actively pushes you away from your Southern Cross, the thing that you don't want, the hell nah scenario. And it's an action that is relevant and applicable from your honestly assessed present stand. Because this triple alignment gives that daily anchor immense power. Brother, before you strike that first foundational blow, you need your modern man's drive compass fully calibrated. So, your mission after this lesson is critical. Grab your architect's log, free in the description below. Again, do the work, define your North Star, your simple, compelling vision sketch, ignite your Southern Cross, your potent anti-vision, acknowledge your present stand, briefly reviewing your brutal audit insights. Write them all down, right? Feel free or use the free materials below. Write them all down, feel them, because this is activating your internal guidance system. Forge that compass, then and only then are you truly ready to begin the build. And if you've enjoyed this video, you'll like this one. Modern men, escape the fog, see your life clearly with this data mindset. And remember, like, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs to hear this. Peace. Have a great day.